Hello everyone, Dan here, and welcome to Tummo Meditation. Tummo meditation is an ancient practice used by the Tibetan monks that involves a visualization technique along with a breathing technique. I'm going to go over how to do that in a short little tutorial here that will allow you to understand it a little bit better and to get the most out of it. So we'll start first to talk about the visualization. So the visualization is where we see ourselves as an empty orb. So you're simply just closing your eyes and seeing yourself as an empty orb, almost in this pear shape, as the yogi sitting with his legs crossed. And at the base of the spine, you want to visualize this orange ball or this ball of fire. Now, the body is empty when you're seeing this. You're just pretty much the outside layer. And you're empty and you see this orb inside of you, this fireball. Now, don't worry if you can't feel it or see it, because at the beginning it's a little bit difficult. And visualization is like anything you practice. You can get really good at it because we're so disconnected to our bodies. That's one thing that this practice gives us, is a connection back to the body. It also helps us to regulate and to start to control and steer our nervous system actually in the way that we would like it to go. So the visualization technique performed with the breath technique allows us to heat the body up. And the Tibetan monks would say that it would burn the impurities from the body and the mind. The Tibetan monks, and it's shown in studies, that they could raise the body temperature up to 17 degrees Fahrenheit. And without the visualization technique, the technique wasn't as effective. So it's very important to practice that. And it's like anything, you can get really good at it. It's a skill. So you're seeing yourself as an empty vessel with that beautiful ball of fire right at the base of the spine. And so you want to feel it just behind the lower dantian, or the lower chakras here in the Manipura. And this is where all of the energy is stored. So that's where we're really focusing on. The second part is a breath technique. And the breath technique is very powerful. So make sure that you're only ever doing this sitting down in a comfortable position. You're never near water or driving a car or operating machinery, because you're going to get very dizzy with this. And you want to make sure that you're always in a safe place and you're always in control. Now, the breath technique, before you always begin your breathing in Tummo breathing, you want to exhale all the air out. So we first start off with an exhale. And if you want to get all the air out, you can make that S sound. And we like to do that because we have a lot of stale air that gets trapped in the lungs, because throughout the day we never really take a full exhalation out. So that gets trapped in there. So we expel all of that before we begin. Now the breath technique is really simple. We also take our hands, and you want to feel that fire. So you take your right hand here, and the right hand is below, because the right hand is male dominant, and then the left hand's over top, so it's power and grace. So here we are, sitting, the right hand underneath, left here, and we want to inhale a little bit to the belly, but you really want to feel those ribs and then lift to the chest. And when you do, you straighten up, and you're not leaning right back, but you want to just feel that arching slightly. And then when you exhale, it's from the mouth, and you let go forward. So you do 5 to 9 breaths. Today in our practice, we're going to do 3 rounds of the 5 breath. Now, it's the 5 breath, hands here, just below the navel and the lower dantian, and we inhale to the belly, ribs, chest, and we big breath like this through the nose. And then we collapse forward, letting go from the mouth. 3, 4, and on the 5th one we hold. And when we hold, we swallow, and we want to push that air and that breath down into the belly, and we want to push the belly out. And we're holding here. And you're going to feel that pressure, and you're going to feel that lightness, especially if you're doing this for the first time. You hold as long as you can. You picture that orb the whole time you're trying to focus and visualize inside of you. And then when you exhale, the third part of the breath is to create the back pressure, to create the energy inside the body, the chi, the prana that they talk about. So we want to blow like we're blowing through a straw. And we exhale very slowly, as slow as we can. At the same time, you're still pushing the belly out. Now, if you want to add even more to that, you can perform a Kegel Squeeze. And that is pulling up on the perineum, like you're trying not to go to the bathroom. Okay, so we'll go over that quick again. We exhale all the air out. The right hand's underneath, the left over top, just below navel. We inhale to the belly, but big ribs and chest. And let go from the mouth, and the body collapses forward slightly. You take 5 on the 5th one. We'll inhale and hold. Swallow. Pushing the breath down into the belly, inflating the Buddha belly you want. As long as you can. You can pull up on the perineum. And then you blow like you're blowing through the straw. As slow as you can. So we're going to put 5 breaths together. Then we're going to practice that. Now, before we start our 3 rounds of the 5 breath and the hold and the pressure build, we're going to do that visualization for 1 minute. All right? So get it nice and tall, sitting comfortably in your position. And take the right hand underneath, just on the navel, and the left hand over top. Closing the fingers now together. I want you to just breathe through the nose and actually just feel the first few breaths at the tip of the nose and start to follow it into the belly. I want you to see yourself as that orb or that empty vessel, and just picture that glowing ball of light or that ball of flames right at the base of the spine. When you inhale, start to feel like you're fanning the flames. Your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath, follow it back inside, and begin to visualize yourself again, that empty vessel, and see that burning ball of flames at the base of the spine. Now continue to visualize this throughout the breathing practice. We'll begin by emptying all the air from the lungs. Inhale, exhale out. Squeeze it out. And we begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Swallow. Push the belly breath out. Exhale slowly. Pierce the lips. Blow slowly. Keep pushing the belly out. If you want, pull up on the perineum. Exhale, let go. Take a breath in and slowly out. Slow in, slow out. If you're finding you're getting too much here, too intense, just breathe a little bit less through the nose. Here we go again. 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Swallow, push the breath down into the belly and push the belly out. Visualize that orb. See the fire inside. Blow through the straw now very slowly. Continue to push the belly out. Form a Kegel squeeze if you'd like. Let's go again. Final round. Deep in 1. Let go. In 2. 3. 4. 5 and hold. Swallow. Push the belly out. Inflate it. Perform the Kegel squeeze if you'd like. Purse the lips and blow through the straw slowly. Okay, release the hands if you want, like the traditional yogi, on the knees, touching index and thumb, or just interlace the fingers and place them on the lap. Sitting straight and tall. The eyes softly closed. Just relax your jaw and let your tongue lay soft in your mouth. Shoulders relaxed. Just take a minute here to observe the energy and how you feel inside. You can continue to see the body as that empty vessel with that ball of flames at the base of the spine. Or go into your own meditation. Notice that state of connection you feel. All right, slowly coming back. I hope you're feeling a little bit lighter on the inside. Tummo is a very powerful practice, so make sure that you respect it. When you're doing it, make sure that you're always in tune with your body and you're practicing that visualization. That's a very important part of it. It gives it the power that it really truly has inside, instead of just making it something that gets us a little bit high. Remember, if it's too much, try just to make the breath a little less audible coming into the nose. So you just slow it down a little bit more, so you're not forcing as much. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the box below. And always like, share, and love if you want. Until next time, much love.